Hello and welcome back to my channel and our Satisfactory playthrough. Today I think we struggled with the power grid about enough last time, so we're gonna let that hopefully just do its thing, and I'm sure we'll have to put some more fuel in there here and there, but I'm hoping to focus more on getting the rotors automated and just starting to move us forward on our production lines. So we have some production, or power production left to spare. Hopefully it's enough for the rotors, but we'll have to see. So I think I used all of those screws. Yeah, they were all going in to make the reinforced plates, but we did have 30 more here, and then another 60 will come out of this. So let's go ahead and get our smelters down. Oh, how are we going to do this? We really need to work on factory organization, but with how much progress I didn't make in the last episode with all the power grid maintenance, I really want to at least get these rotors automated first. Oh, where are we going to pull a power connection from? Probably this one. We'll bring another pole over here, and then we'll do one here, and another one here, just to make sure we have plenty of connections to work with. It's already eating up a chunk of our spare power here. Alright, we need to make 4 rotors to be able to make the assembler that we're going to need, which I want to do really quick to see how how much of everything we're going to need. Alright, so we're going to need 20 of the iron rods, which I think each of the constructors puts out 15. So, of course, it can't just be, you know, convenient. So we'll have to do 2 rods directly into the assembler, and then we'll do the other 60 yeah, I think a 60 that we have coming in for the iron ingots we'll use to make more rods and then do those into screws because we need 100 screws per minute. We'll have to see how that plays out. It might not be perfectly efficient. Let's use this one to do the actual rods. It just keeps getting messier over here. Let's see here. I guess we'll go to this one, and then we'll just do the splitter off of there. It sure isn't pretty, but you know, it'll do the trick. Alright, so then once again we'll have those go into a storage container and then they'll go directly into the assembler. We do want to leave enough room though, because we're going to need 100 screws. So each of those will be 2 more constructors for the rods. And then that will mean, oh my gosh, I think we need like 6 worth of the screws, but I don't even think we need that many screws. So we might have to see how this all plays out. Alright, so that's going to do rods, and then we'll have to bring those together. That's going to be 30 rods, and then I think it's 10 per thing of screws, which would make, what does it do, 40 or 45? I don't know, we're just about there. We'll find out in a second. That is not where I wanted you to be. Alright, let's see here. So that's going to make 40. Okay, so these three together will make enough screws to efficiently make the rotors, actually. So that's awesome. So we're still going to end up with 30 extra ingots left over from the smelter. Not going to complain about that. Very close to our power limit again, but I think after this everything is automated, so that's actually not bad. Oh, we gotta go grab more iron plates. This is where it would be convenient to have an organized factory if we were just, you know, one floor up working on this new stuff and could just run downstairs for stuff. Gonna bug my OCD way too much if it's clipping through that hole there. Alright, so that should... Oh wait, we never put power to that, did we? Hopefully that doesn't push us over the edge here. Oh, it puts us right at the limit, actually. Well, we better go figure out adding another generator then. Alright, so I have picked up some stuff here, actually, that we can put right in here to make some more biofuel. Which I don't even think it had burned through what we had, which is perfect. And then we're going to take this 200 here, and we're going to put it right in the new generator when we put it down. That way we don't have to play any of that catch-up game like we had to before anymore. Perfect. There we go. So that gives us a little breathing room on the power generation again. Alright, now that we have rotors automated, we can... I want to work on a little bit of organization around here, just to try to make things a little neater and more convenient. And then we're going to start working on the first phase of the space elevator. Let me also go see really quick if we have everything we need to complete the next logistics, because that will allow us to upgrade that one conveyor that was needing to be doing 120 on the power grid thing. Alright, so we just gotta go grab some reinforced plates. Oh, we also should probably put down a storage container, actually, for the rotors. That's the word I was looking for. Right. Wow, we're not doing that. It's too much. Let's put it up a little higher there. No, that's still terrible. Alright, I think that's as good as it's going to get for the moment. Hopefully we won't have to leave it like that very long.
Milestone reached. Fix-It would like to remind you of your contractual obligation towards efficiency. Recreational use of belts and lifts does not count towards work hours and will put you on the list. Stay efficient, don't disappoint. Fix-It.
Alright, I think it was like right here. Eventually we'll do Mark IIs for all of our conveyor belts, but it does use the reinforced plates, so we want to let them build up a little bit first. The rotor line actually will need it for where the screws go in. Honestly, I might try to get the foundation under the space elevator first really quick. Sorry, you're in the way. You gotta go. right there. Now we're gonna go ahead and put one of these down. Probably like here. This will only really work for like this first stage, because after this you need so much stuff for the other phases that you end up having to actually set up production lines for the phase parts. So for smart plating, we're going to need rotors and reinforced plates. So once those things have built up a little bit, we'll just kind of put enough in here to make the 50 that we need for the first phase. Alright, we need more supplies for all that. I'm just going to try to clean up these copper production lines a little bit since they're up here where the hub and the space elevator are for now. Might end up just doing like a storage area over here and just have like everything funneled back so it's literally right here for us. We can also get that research sink upgrade done. That way we can unlock those wall parts for the conveyor belts to go through. Alright, I think that reconnected everything. Alright, so even with that one connected to do the smart plating, it will still leave us with a little bit of extra power, so that's good. I'm trying to make sure that at least the power poles that are on the foundations are making sense and not having a bunch of unnecessary repeated connections. Let's run around and collect the stuff we need for the resource sink program really quick.
Milestone reached. You have been given access to the anti-waste effort for stress testing of materials on Exoplanet's bonus program, also known as Awesome. Your awesome input allows Fixit to comprehend our amazing universe more clearly. In appreciation of this, we have generously set up an internal, closed economy with exclusive rewards and currency. Directing parts of varying quantity and complexity into the Awesome Resource Sink will grant Fixit coupons. These coupons can be redeemed in the Awesome Shop for highly desirable items such as new foundations, walls, factory attachments, cosmetics, parts, and more. Next time you have additional resources, just remember to go that extra kilometer. Go awesome.
Alright, I'm just going to put a spot down here to do the awesome sink. What is going on with all these power poles right here? This is what I'm talking about. There's definitely more here that need to be here. Did that even disconnect anything? No. Like, those were both completely unnecessary power poles. Alright. They were probably left over from when the hub was down there. Alright, let's see here. Alright, now we definitely have to add another power grid, but it'll be well worth it because the awesome sink will let us get new base parts. This is what I want first, is conveyor walls. 5 tickets. Hey, I just noticed we have a shortage of biofuel going on. We really need to get some more going. Oh, it's because of this. That's alright, we'll just do a little bit of collection real quick. Luckily, we don't actually have to worry about the power grid having an issue until we actually use the awesome sink, but considering I want to use it to get 5 tickets, I'm going to have to fix this power grid so that I can add another generator really quick. Alright, let's see how that does us. right. And we can get rid of these two. Alright, so then we put this here. Smelter, right, okay. Oh, it helps if you put the conveyor down before you try to put the splitter on there. Alright. Copper, and then we'll actually put that there, that there. Alright. That's one whole line cleaned up there. Now we gotta try to figure out this wire one over here. Alrighty, let's see here. We only have one milestone left we can do before this first stage. Ooh, we should go see if we have enough stuff to start our smart plates. Be cool to get the first elevator sent up this episode, considering we're like 5 or 6 episodes in now. I think it's 1 and 1 actually, so we just need 50 of each. I heard a power slug.
This semi-slug species seems to persist entirely through absorbing and storing energy from its surroundings. Studying this could provide new methods for improving fix-it production line efficiency. Research it in the MAM to establish classification and potential application.
I can't remember if there's a way to split off like a specific amount or not. Whatever. We can just put the 55 in because there's only 50 of the plate, so it'll still only make 50. Click the right place. I'm like putting the conveyor belt in all the wrong spots. Alright. Let's see here. We'll just skip that corner because it's not going to want to lock into the grid for me. Just run some power lines down here. I guess we're probably going to have to go wider here, actually. That can all be done. We just need to run one connection. We'll do from here over to there. That'll power that. And then we can go ahead and put down some more foundations here. And then we just need our 2 constructors. We'll probably do them like up a little bit further just for the sake of not making it feel too crowded right there. And then a smelter here. Splitter. Both of these will do wire. And then... No, what are you doing? Not power. We need this. Right into there. Alright, now we need power. Twice. Come on, click the right spot. Thank you. Alright. Alright, that'll be even more neatened up once we get our conveyor walls. Copper. That can go there. That can go there. Put the rest of this ore in both of these, or the ingots. I still have 18 ore, but that's fine. I can probably put it in one of these smelters. Or not. I wonder if there's any room for it up here. You know, if not, I'll just put it in the resource sink. That's fine. There we go. Don't need to carry it. Get it out of my inventory. Alright, they're starting to get filled up again, but we're probably going to end up needing to go get a little bit more fuel. That's still working through the wood, but we're out of leaves. Oh, no, I'm not. I still have leaves in my inventory. What am I talking about? Perfect. Alright, we'll go collect a little bit more.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
All right. It says we have 773 leaves. You think that'll be enough? Maybe. Oh, that seems to be going better now. I wonder if upgrading that conveyor there would it like help it stay caught up better. I feel like it stays caught up pretty good once like all your generators are full, because it just doesn't have to, it just doesn't burn through it as fast. Alright, that puts us back in the positive on our power production. And I don't think it'll take too much longer for this to all get caught up now that we have plenty of leaves and everything. We'll check on it again in a little bit. In the meantime, we're going to go get some stuff in our resource sink. Just to make us enough tickets, I'm actually just going to put literally everything I'm carrying except for this stuff in there, and then I'll just go refill on everything real quick. Kind of multitask, you know, it like cleans your inventory out every once in a while, and you get some of the tickets from it. In hindsight, I probably shouldn't have put my reinforced plates and if I had any rotors in there, but we will get a lot of tickets for those things because they're still valuable. It determines the amount of tickets you get based on like the current importance of the things that you're putting into it. Alright, I think that's at least a little bit of everything that we've got at this point. Nice, there's already 2 tickets on that. We'll just temporarily connect that right there until we figure the rest of this out. This will probably be our next area since we got our copper stuff organized. We'll organize the iron stuff down there next and then worry about all that over there last. Because that's a mess out there. We do also have this stackable conveyor poles, which will help us organize stuff a little bit too. I'm just waiting to get those conveyor wall pieces, just because we can do all that last little bit of organization all at once. Well, we're over halfway there on the first phase of the space elevator, so that's pretty exciting. I mean, once our power grid gets switched over to coal, we'll also have all of this space here to work with. All right. Let's go see here. We might have enough tickets now. Can't wait to get this layout cleaned out enough that I'm not like having to do gymnastics to get around here.
Walls are one of humanity's greatest inventions. They definitely stand above floors.
You gotta give her credit because that one's pretty clever. Alright, let's see here. Get rid of that. Alright, then over here. Alright, now this is one of those instances where we're going to go ahead and use this to kind of neaten things up a little bit here. Alright, not too bad on all that. Oh my gosh, look at that. I never connected this. That's funny. Alright. There we go. We only have 11 more smart plating to go to. We're super close on that. Might as well get our jump pads milestone completed since we're about to have unlocked the whole next wave of milestones. And then we can just get started right on coal power once we get that phase done.
Milestone reached. The Fix-It jump pad combines high technology and innovation for optimized factory traversal and an ideal travel experience. Clarification. Ideal travel experience not guaranteed, individual results may vary. Pioneers are responsible for all workplace accidents resulting from jump pad usage.
I don't usually do the jump pads just because I've never really used them and I'm not really sure how they work and all. But we'll get some better forms of transportation here soon anyway. What did we disconnect that's not reconnected there? Was it that? That was part of it. Oh, there was just nothing connect. Okay, I see. That's where that was connected from. There we go. Okay. Just trying to simplify it so that when we get this all redone over here, I'll be able to figure all that out again. Of course, we'll be moving most of that machinery anyway, so I guess it really won't matter in the long run. Come on, give us our last smart plating. Oh, we're short one of these. We gotta grab that as soon as that's done because we don't need any more smart plating. Well, we will, but we'll need so much of it we're gonna be just producing it after this. Like we're gonna set it up on the actual production line somewhere.
Welcome to the Project Assembly Pioneer Progress presentation. Congratulations, the Phase 1 project part shipment is now ready for delivery. On delivery, Phase 1 will be completed and the distribution platform will be constructed. After completion of Phase 1, the technologies of Tiers 3 and 4 will become available in the hub. Highlights are automated power, steel production, personnel transportation, and many more. Completing Phase 2 of project assembly is your next main objective. New project parts will need to be produced and delivered to the space elevator as you have done previously. Continue to construct, automate, explore and exploit for a better Fix-It future.
Definitely want that automated power.
Phase 1 of project assembly completed. This is only the beginning of project assembly, the first step towards saving the day. You have performed adequately so far. Reminder, not only is Fix-It saving humanity, it is saving all of Earth, including kittens and puppies. It is statistically likely that you appreciate the continued existence of kittens and/or puppies. Continue the work for their sake. Continue the work for Fix-It. It is time to start the work on Phase 2 of project assembly.
Alright, so next time we're going to be working on setting up smart plate automation because we really need to do that, because I'm not making 1,000 of them that way. It just takes far too long. Then we'll have a couple more parts to set up automation for at some point for the phases. And I think we're also... Did we unlock any other... Yeah, modular frames and copper sheets. We'll have to set those up as well. But I think that obviously we'll probably focus on coal power before anything so that we can be done with the power maintenance fiasco. It'll free up more of our time each episode to just focus on advancing the technology. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and I hope to see you in the next episode.